Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at my coffee shop in East Lake. I am Paula G, and SRN is on point today as we welcome Miss Jules Johnson. Jules, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I do. It's an honor.
So you've got a lot going on. You have this amazing film that's coming, this play, this production that's coming up. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so Lee Stage Productions is putting together a stage play, and we're supposed to kick it off 2017. And it's Father the Untold Story. And it is about the effects of growing up fatherless in our culture and our society. And it shows the mother having kids. So there's not a father in her life. The kid's father is not there, and it shows the effects of the next generation of a father not being there. So it's going to be a really deep story. It's going to tug at people's hearts and emotions and really get them thinking about our downward spiral of the home front. So that's what we're going for, but we want to get people to talk about it, but also be able to address issues and hopefully find a way to mend. And I think that's what it's all about.
Because it's so interesting when you have children that grow up without a father. It affects young ladies differently than it affects young men, and then it manifests differently. Do you want to speak to that a little bit in regard to how that's kind of going to look in the play?
Sure. So with the young gentleman that's in the play, it shows him struggling how to be a man when there wasn't a man for him to understand what it meant to be.
Yes.
But then also it shows him always being the man of the house, and that's not his role. He's a child, growing up in a house without a father. So every time we make our boys be the man of the house before they're men, how can you expect that?
And we hear that a lot. A lot of moms, oh, my son, he's the man of the house. That's way too much pressure to put on a young man, and especially when he doesn't have a role model to follow.
It's a lot of pressure for them to be a man of the house when they don't know what a man looks like. A good man, a good one. And we always play with that, a good man, a bad man. But it's all about choices.
Right.
Everybody has something. Everybody has an issue that they deal with.
Right.
But being able to talk about it and discuss it is one thing. And then there are daughters in this play as well.
Right.
And it shows how, for women, there's a couple things that we do. We seek out father figures versus husbands.
Right. Oh.
And there's a big difference. We seek out father figures versus a husband.
Yes.
And there's a difference.
Trying to fill that gap.
Trying to fill a void.
Right.
So then there's not a relationship. It's not a. And how can you marry somebody that is not a marriage? It's not a husband.
And then that man coming into it may come into it having not grown up without a father.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So now you have him trying to be a father figure, not trying to be a husband, and you don't know.
You got a hot mess.
a hot mess. The children's father, because he's just a cash machine.
Ooh.
Versus being a father to the kids, because she doesn't understand what the dynamics is between a husband, a wife, or two people trying to co-parent.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to be married. Some things happen, but that co-parenting, kids need that.
And I always say that you have to love your children more than you dislike your spouse or significant other or whatever the case is, especially if they're a good parent.
Hatred is real.
Ooh.
Bitterness is real. Selfishness is real.
Yes.
And all that, it does happen when there's a void and the lack of father in the home. Fathers mean so much. And then there's another character who she has her career together. She has everything, but she has masked her emotions with her work.
Oh, wow. That's deep.
It's deep because a lot of us do that. We throw everything into the picture, but we don't love ourselves enough to understand that there is something wrong. Right. And we could be so much more than just work related or career wise. Like, what about us being whole people?
And you have a journey yourself on that, don't you?
I do. So for me, this place, I'll be honest, I don't have a relationship with either one of my parents. And I haven't since I was a teenager. Met my father once. Didn't go very well, kind of is what it is. But I understand firsthand what it's like to have a void and look for everything else to fill it other than myself. Once I became aware of my emotions, and trying to maneuver through my emotions, I take myself to counseling because I knew that there was something bigger in me. There was something better in me. And there was potential in me. I just had to find it.
And that's really, that's so courageous to recognize within yourself, these are some things that I need to deal with, to have the courage to admit that, and then have the courage and the strength to step out and get the help you need. Because in our culture, as you know,
our culture is very taboo about counseling. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's something wrong with you to go to counseling. No, there's something wrong with you if you just walk around with all that manifesting inside of you, and yet you treat other people horribly or mean, or not even that. You're not even treating yourself like you're supposed to. Self-love is the greatest love ever. But once you discover it, you can never go back.
Right.
You can't. But once you find the reason why you are low self-esteem, low confidence, why you're hating yourself so much, then you can learn how to block them.
It's like peeling back the layers, going back and peeling back the layers, which is very painful because you're going back through that journey.
It is the most painful, gut-wrenching thing to look at yourself in the mirror for everything that you are, everything that you've been through, every wound, every scar, and accept it. It's hard. But when you accept it, but more importantly, when you embrace it for exactly what it is, you fall in love with yourself.
And those words are key. Accept it for what it is, because it is you. And then embrace it. And then after you embrace it, where do you go from there? What do you do with it from there?
For me, I poured that embracing into my writing. I, of course, the play, and then I have a book that I'm working on. Yes. Okay. So I haven't got a title yet. Okay. That's probably the last thing I do. But it's basically taking all of these things that I've gone through, my family dynamics, being abused physically and sexually and emotionally. It's and going through the journey of peeling back every layer that I have, unearthing every wound, every scar. And basically shutting down to the rawness of me, and then falling in love with me and getting to this point of I love her, and I do, and it shows so much difference. 10, 15 years ago, you'd have been, I don't like her.
Wow.
But the book is, and it's an inspirational, motivational. It's just something to say, you're not the only one that's going through this journey, but on the other side of that is a world of awesomeness.
What a brave and powerful journey. You are going to bless a whole lot of people. Now, how can our audience reach out to you, find out more about the play and so forth?
I'm definitely on all social media. Jules J for Facebook, Jules J, or Jules Johnson, I should say. For Instagram, Jules J 1878. The Sadie Productions, that's the company that I write for. You can also email me, julesj1878@gmail.com, because I like to hear from people. I'm open to motivational speaking, coming and talking to people, and just understanding that, there's something on the other side, and it's awesome.
It definitely is. And, we could talk all day, but, they're giving us the signal. So, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jules Johnson here at My Coffee Shop, East Lake, Atlanta, Survival Radio Network.
Yeah.